Cheesy elevator mirror selfie. I had to do it.
First floor.
So I'm headed to Shinjuku Station to meet up with Mike, one of our local Tokyo producers here, and he's gonna be walking me through some Japanese etiquette that I've picked up on some of it myself, but I should have known some of this coming in. So we're gonna help you, and he's gonna help me learn some Japanese etiquette, so the next time you visit, or the next time I visit, which I definitely will, we know a little bit more about how to act and behave within Japanese society, so we don't stand out so much as foreigners, which is, to be fair, difficult for me to do in a country like this. Not many brown people. Okay, let's go. I made my way to Shinjuku Station, where Mike and I plan to start our day. He's lived in Japan for 5 years, and as a foreigner who's adjusted to Japanese society, he planned to show me some etiquette basics every visitor should know. All right, so here I am in Shinjuku. This is, to the best of my knowledge, basically the central hub of Tokyo, sort of like the Manhattan of New York.
What's going on, man?
What's up,
how you doing? Welcome to Tokyo.
Japan's public transit is amazing. I'm from New York, and I've never once seen people enter a train in a neat single-file line. Stations are clearly marked with bright text and arrows, and almost everyone patiently lines up and waits their turn. What are these lines?
Yeah, so these lines are, as you can see, this guy right here, he's literally standing all the way up into the line. And what that is pretty much he would be the first one to board the train.
So this is how it's supposed to work in New York. This is the idea, that you wait and you line up and then you get on. But
exactly.
People actually follow that here, and that's kind of amazing.
Not crossing the street is taken very seriously. And
it all goes back to that efficiency, you know? Big picture
efficiency
instead of just trying to get across as quick as possible.
Yep, and it's safe, and it just makes sense. However, in places like Osaka, you'll notice that they do jaywalk, but the streets are much bigger.
Pulling out Osaka.
Yeah. So every city is not created equal. This lane is reserved for the people going fast or who are in a rush. As you can see, everybody follows suit. We're gonna go to Shimokitazawa, which is known as the hipster neighborhood of Japan or Tokyo.
Mike wasn't kidding about the hipster vibes in Shimokitazawa. There were little shops along every street, and it really felt like a part of Tokyo that had resisted Western influences. We decided to grab lunch at a local restaurant.
Ordered a Teishoku lunch set. In this case, shake harasu, which is salmon belly. So Teishoku is just usually a set meal, and usually just comes with a protein, miso soup, rice.
Can you explain what he just handed us?
Oh yeah, sure. So he just handed us a oshibori. Oshibori is given out at every single eating establishment that you will go to in Japan, whether it's a restaurant or a cafe. That you'll always be given one of these wet cloths or wet towels, and the purpose is to just simply wipe your hands. Keep it folded like this, either side to side like this. Use as you will. Don't just when they give you the hot towel or the cold towel on a hot summer day, don't just throw it all on your face and like you're at the barber shop. Keep it civil.
What are some no-nos with chopsticks, since we're on the topic?
Sure. So you shouldn't grind them. That's rude. Also, you don't want to stick your chopsticks in rice like this or like this. This is also very rude.
When you're not using your chopsticks, it's best to lay them flat on your bowl or on the table.
Domo. Gojitsu-sama deshita.
Arigato.
Thank you very much for the meal.
That's what you said at the end there?
Yep. Gojitsu-sama desu means thank you for the meal. Thank you for the hospitality. Even if you don't eat and you just like have a, a coffee or something, It's always good to say that before you leave the restaurant.
And did you leave a tip for the guy?
No, so in Japan, there's no tipping. That's right, 0 tipping.
Ultimately, the most important thing to remember on your trip to Japan is to be respectful and just have fun. Don't stress too much about being overly polite. You won't get arrested for using chopsticks wrong. You'll probably just get laughed at and handed a fork.